What it do, anime crew? Hey man, listen, it's past 4 a.m. I gotta get to bed, but there's been something hanging over my head for a while now. I forgot to rant about Bridge to Starry Skies. I said I was gonna rant about every anime after I finish it, and I forgot to rant about Bridge to Starry Skies. Oh my god, it's the end of the world. This is the most important show ever. Bridge to Starry Skies is not that good. I don't care that much about it. I ranted about Yosuke no Sora. I felt that Yosuke no Sora was an incredibly great execution of a story type that I'm not necessarily especially receptive to. This is a more mediocre execution of said story type, so I have a lot less to say about it. I will say there were some good characters in here. It was very ambitious with how fleshed out it decided to make the cast. But at the end of the day, worst girl won. I definitely wouldn't call her worst girl, but if you had the best girl rankings going on, I don't believe she'd be in the top 3, not even in the top 5 with how much they develop her. I didn't think her design was really one of the strongest, honestly. Just gonna be real. I didn't think her design was one of the strongest, and I sure as hell didn't think her personality was. Her moe quirk was that she ate a lot. She was kind of ditzy. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. I've never understood the appeal of that kind of character who's dumb and clunky. I don't. What are the positives? I mean, she's heartfelt. At the end of the day, I'm not saying she's not deserving of love, but it's just you dangle all these more awesome options in front of my face, and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the fat ass girl who's not actually fat. It's like, okay. And it's at what point are we going to start making these characters a little bit chunkier? It's like, if her thing really is that she eats so much, let's give her a little fat. And I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense that she just looks like everybody else, but her boobs are bigger or something. I don't know. I don't really care. I liked Ayumu. Ooh, episode 1 had a monkey in it, and the monkey just looked really silly in the art style. And he was my favorite character. He was the best girl. He should have been the ending girl. Yeah, I liked Ayumu a lot. I liked the girl who looked like Dejiko from DG Carrot. I'm trying to think of what really stood out to me about this show because it felt pretty mediocre. Of course, you had the tsundere girl being the second to last girl who gets cucked. That's tradition. She's always got to be the most important girl to get cucked because she has to undergo her entire arc of admitting she likes the character, but then, of course, she can never win. Not never. The tsundere character probably oftentimes does win, but from the 3 I've seen, it's always the tsundere character getting cucked, second to last. I guess that wasn't really the case in Yosuke no Sora. She didn't really get cucked. They were a little bit more polite in that one. This one's a lot less, I feel like the art style has a little bit more texture to it, but it's not as clean. It's not as well executed. It's just so mid. If I like the genre, I would like this show, but I don't like the genre particularly, so I don't particularly like this show at all. I could get into the nitty gritty a little bit. There were some bits I liked. The episode where they went on a foot race was really cute, but maybe that's just because it was developing the main character's relationship with that green-haired Dejiko girl that I really liked. There was a little bit of confusion that made the tension interesting, where the first scene of the show was the guy carrying after a girl who wasn't final girl, so it was wait a minute, maybe she could be a surprise final. No, I just kind of went with the more predictable outcome, and overall, I can't lie, it felt like a little bit of an advertisement for the game. But that's how I always come away feeling with these visual novel adaptations that, unlike Yosuke no Sora, only adapt one arc. It's like, hey, nobody likes the girl we picked, so the girl you picked, want to see her arc? Come over here, play Bridge to Starry Skies. I have absolutely zero interest to play Bridge to Starry Skies. One of the things that got me thinking of, though, why are these harem visual novels, including Higurashi, which is not a harem visual novel but is inspired by many, why do they always take place in the Japanese countryside, some sort of a small town that the protagonist just moved to? I guess it represents a new start, and there's a relative lack of other male competition except for one carefully designed best friend perv character who's comic relief and not intimidating whatsoever. But I feel like there might be something a little bit more spiritual to it. Like a Yosuke no Sora, the subtitle, "In Solitude When We Are Least Alone." It's these stories where there's so many options to like dateable options to choose from. Really, it ends up elucidating more about yourself than anything, based on which one you choose, what route you take, your indecision, what you look to get out of it. Do you replay it? It's like it almost is it's like holding up a mirror. No, I don't know. Maybe it's just a return to a less digital time. Those settings tend to be a little bit more analog, tend to facilitate a little bit more face-to-face interaction. Inherently, due to them having lower populations, there's a higher chance that would be a escapist setting, not like somebody's own home, just because obviously more people live in the cities that are more populous inherently, because that's why they're more populous. Listen, I clearly don't have that much to say about the show because I would have had more to right after it ended, but like it's been too long. I just realized that I hadn't done it. I will say the yellow hair girl was like worst girl because she like barely had a personality. She was just like a plot device girl, but it was kind of cute, some of the interactions she had with Ayumu. Honestly, Ayumu was the best part of the show. When he was in the cheerleader outfit, that was pretty moe. That was pretty cute. Adorbs. I don't know, man. Get this girl a salad.